Okay, y'all, first lesson. We're gonna get rolling into stick welding, and it does not take much. Two biggest things we're gonna need to get, all right? This is where you're gonna have to put a little bit of fucking rubber to the road, all right? Or we can't do much here, all right? We're gonna have to spend a little bit of money. We ain't gotta spend 25 grand though. Hell no, but we do gotta spend a little bit of money. We gotta spend about, like, we're going out to dinner, like to have a nice night, okay? For ourselves, not a family dinner though. You understand? This is what we need. I need you to get on Amazon and order this. It's a FWS Arc 135 Pro. I need you to order that or something similar, all right? A stick welding 110 volt machine. These things are a dime a dozen nowadays. Several years ago, this shit wasn't any worth a fuck, but today it's worth a damn. I need you to pick up one of these or something similar off Amazon or TikTok shop, whatever. They're all over the place, not hard to find. $55 for this thing. And I have been TIG welding with this machine for the last 2 days at my shop job, welding stainless steel pipe, and made a silicon bronze repair on an impeller for a pump with this thing. These things are more than capable to get you started in this trade. First things, boom, you gotta have that, okay? Second thing, immediately, at the same time that you order this, I need you getting on it in that same Amazon, and you're just gonna look up a welding hood. I don't care what welding hood you buy, okay? I'm just showing you this. This is something I got off of Amazon for $13. It's got a flip up, so for your clear weld mode, grind mode, very good to have. Everybody needs to have a welding hood to learn how to weld. $13, Amazon. Get that. There's two more things. There are two more things we need to make sure we have to get this party started. All right, these are absolutes, and I'm gonna show you a third that's not an absolute, but you should get one anyways, all right? But we're gonna need to come up on a piece of steel. All right, I recommend using a piece of angle. This is how I was taught how to weld, is just with one piece of angle. This is where you start. Once this gets filled up, you move on to another piece of angle. But this is all we need, scrap steel. We don't need to pay a school $25,000 to let us use some steel every day, okay? You can find this at your daddy's house, your granddaddy's house, your neighbor's house. Ask. Somebody's got a piece of steel somewhere. You can, around the streets of Phoenix, you can walk up and down the street and maybe check the shopping carts of the tweakers around here, and they got plenty of scrap. You might be able to borrow a piece and make some fucking welds in your backyard, front yard, garage, whatever you need to do. I'm in my front yard. This is a side yard. I look like a crazy person talking to my phone in front of my street and neighbors, but fuck it. We're gonna do this shit, all right? So we need that piece of steel. I suggest getting a piece of angle. This is a piece of 2-inch by 2-inch by 3/16. All right, it's just a piece of scrap I had laying around. All right, it's about 8 inches long. This is what I need. I need you to find a piece of scrap, angle about 8 inches long. All right, minimum 3/16 thick. All right. Then we need a handful of 70-18 welding rod. You can go to Harbor Freight and buy a little can of it for like $15 or $12 or some shit, maybe $20. I'll look that shit up and I'll tell you the price. I'll get that in there for you. But we have to have some 70-18. We have to have some scrap. We have to have a machine. We have to have a welding hood. The other thing we need to have is going to be a place to weld, right? So, for the purposes of what we're doing, I have this bullshit little utility trailer that I'm about to rig out and put my welding machine on and make it a nice little welding rig I can hook up to the F-150 and pull it, you know, instead of having the dually that I've got tucked away back in there. We're gonna rig this thing out and make it usable. But I'm just gonna post up and put my steel right here. We're just gonna clamp it on here. We're gonna find the bullcrap C-clamp or vice grips, and we're gonna clamp it on here and do the work. You just gotta have a place to do the work. Weld machine, hood, scrap, welding rod, place to do the work. This is it. I'm gonna clamp right here. All right? I'm gonna get all set up. I'm gonna show you what we're doing, and then we're gonna run our first few beats. All right?